right? It was rumors that Dillon Brooks had wanted like what, north of 20 million or 25 million per year as a free agent. Let's talk about it. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Next subscribe button is the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live or drop a video. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. More videos like this. Right now, they saying he just won more than the mid-level exception. That's 12.4, I believe it is. So what, 13, 14, maybe 15 million max. Houston got interest. Should Detroit, kind of consider him as an alternative to Cam Johnson and or DeAndre Hunter? Let's talk about it. And then I'm gonna do a video probably the next couple days or so, maybe today. This will go up Wednesday. I know people saying we drafted a Short Thompson. Why do we need Cam Johnson or somebody else? I will address that comment I seen in there in video format. So, Brooks can defend, but he can't shoot. He's a willing shooter. He ain't on no Ben Simmons shit, but he's a willing shooter. And but I just think with you taking a Short Thompson, to play that 3 spot, I just don't think it's no more room for somebody who can't shoot. I just gonna playing the simple. He bring an attitude, he bring a swagger about him, but he just don't shoot the rock well enough. I'm gonna ask somebody else. It's gonna be a shooter like Cam Johnson to, ease a Short Thompson eventually into the starting lineup, or if they gonna slide and play the 4, they got to be able to space the floor. So you just at this point, we're drafting the Short Thompson. You get Sasser, but then you need more shooting. If you gonna, need more shooting with a Shore, you need more shooting at the 4. And the bench got some pretty good shooters if they, stick around with Sasser, Burks and Bojanovic. They tremendous, and they just brought back Isaiah Liver, so they got a tremendous amount of shooting coming off the bench. And obviously that kind of helps your flexibility with your starting lineup, you know what I'm saying? So, that helps your flexibility with the starting lineup. So, at the end of the day, I just don't think it's no more room for, somebody now who can't shoot. Now, where would he play? Would you play him ahead of a Short Thompson? At the end of the day, let Short Thompson kind of develop on the bench or develop behind the scenes and all that. And let Brooks get in there for 2 or 3 years of your contract and this, that, and the third, or you just go with the growing pains, or you and let Thompson figure it out on the fly as a starter, or do you, get somebody else in there on a cheaper deal to help him? That's a lot of questions to be had, but even when Brooks wanted all that money, I was like, nah, even more now. With them taking a Short Thompson, now had they took Taylor Hendricks, then I believe the story could have been a little bit different, because now you got a small forward / we got a power forward who can play small forward who can stretch it out, who can stretch the floor. So that's a huge difference in my opinion, and that's why a lot of people like Hendricks. He shot 40% from the field, very athletic. So that kind of would have granted you some more flexibility, because he could play the 3, he could play the 4. He was athletic, he could shoot. I don't know what they didn't like about him. Maybe something personal or whatever the situation may be. But with a Short Thompson, it don't change anything. You can, bring him off the bench. You could do that, but then again, you can't afford to continue to lack shooting. And your line, if you're gonna start or not start, you still can't afford to lack that shooting even more. Now, even though you added Sasser, you still need more shooting than ever now. So, whoever gonna step in and play that 4 spot, I think they got to shoot. And Cam Johnson has played some 4 in Phoenix though. Physically, I don't know if he could really hold up, but then again, that's why you got Wiseman, Stewart. You got a rotation of big guys in there who can match up with the bigger guys, right? But to me, the price ain't wrong or bad to take a flyer on. What you like about Hunter, he could shoot it decent, I believe. And what you like about Cam Johnson, he had knockdown shooter. They both really good defenders, Hunter and Johnson. Brooks a really good defender, but shooting wise, I'm truck pulling up. FedEx. I didn't even know they come here, but XPO. But like I continue to say, just think the shooting aspect of it is what kind of bothered me. He's a willing shooter, but he's not a great shooter, or a good shooter, or an average shooter. I don't know what average is in the NBA no more, but yeah, man, I wouldn't be mad if they did it, but you know, I guess it would be an alternative. I don't know if some teams would say, you know what, I'm just gonna go to the meat and potatoes of free agency. I'm not gonna mess with the Middletons, the Grants, you know, the Cam Johnsons, the restricted guys, or those type of guys. I'm just gonna go for the meat and potatoes, the Leverts, the Chris Middletons, the TJ Warrens. I don't know if some, or the Cam Reddishes, and somebody gonna attack the meat and potatoes of that. And usually that's the Pistons. It's about 4 teams with money: San Antonio, Detroit, Indiana, and Houston got the most money. So I don't know if Houston said we're gonna just, you know, throw some offers out there and try to build, but they got a lot of different stuff in Houston, to be honest. I mean, all different type of flavors. I would think a trade in the future would be in play for them. But I mean, shit, they struggling with shooters to shooting too. I mean, Green is in, Porter is in, Jabari, you know, yeah, he can shoot, but they need a lot of shooting too. And H-Town is booming, you know what I'm saying? A lot of heat down there, a lot of opportunity down there too. So, but obviously Memphis is not interested in bringing Brooks back. Pretty much they unofficially replaced him with Marcus Smart and shit. So, so yeah, that's kind of one thing to kind of look at it. But you know, like I said before, the price ain't bad on Dillon Brooks. I mean, he brings some playoff experience, some toughness, some swagger to the team. Guy can match up a little bit, you know, about 6'5", so he really can't really play that 4 spot like that for you. So I mean, if you want to ease a Short Thompson in, he a candidate, at least defensively. But shooting wise, this team gonna be an attack type of team. They got to attack. You gotta ask yourself, how much better can Dillon Brooks get, especially shooting wise? You know, you got other alternatives like not Obi Toppins, but Corey Crisper. Maybe you could trade for him, stretch the floor for you a little bit, so they can get some more shooters in there. If they take Brook in, then they can just play. They can play with lineups and rotate them in how they want to rotate them. So, but yeah, man, let me know what you girls and guys think. Check out Detroit Pistons Talk playlist. I'm a no on it, but I'm not 100% against it. But yeah, hit the link tree, find me on Twitter, TikTok, Spotify, Anchor, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, the whole 9. Appreciate the love, support. But other than that, man, don't forget to check out my main channel, Goodfella TV, right here on YouTube for more sports, music, news, and entertainment. Peace. But yeah, let me know what y'all think. Yay or nay, yes or no. Or hell no, or hell, give me a hell yeah. Steve Austin voice on Dillon Brooks.